So I did an unscientific poll of kids in church youth group, and I asked them, why do you go to youth group? Here were the results. 85% said to learn more about God, 10% said to hang out with friends, and the remaining 5% said snacks. Well, that's all well and good, but I think we can all agree that those kids were most likely lying through their teeth, and the results were actually more like this. 95% of them are actually there to get a boyfriend or girlfriend, and the remaining 5% are there because they really do love those snacks. Sorry, God. But hey, at least we honor you through our fellowship. And fellowship is Christian youth group for flirting. Don't tell the big guy. Look, I don't care how much the youth leaders try to create an atmosphere of worship or try to get everyone to focus on God. If you stick a bunch of hormonal teenagers just a few years removed from puberty in the same room every week, guess what? God isn't going to be too high in the priority list. In fact, God just becomes a means to an end. Hey, so I've been praying about it, and I really feel like God is telling us that we're supposed to be together.
Wow, my hormones that I tell myself are God's voice say the exact same thing.
Let's make it Facebook-ish. But God isn't just used as an excuse to start a relationship. How would Christian teenagers possibly break up with each other if they didn't have the God card to fall back on? Yeah, so I used to think that you were really pretty, but now I changed my mind. I have daddy issues, so it's really hard for me to accept your love. You don't brush your teeth after you eat onions. I found someone hotter. You are boring. I didn't know you were saving your first kiss for marriage. You should have told me that up front. I mean, we'd known each other for a full week before we started dating. You'd think that'd come up. Why say how you really feel when you could just blame it on God? Yeah, God told me to break up with you.
But he just told you last week that we were supposed to be together.
Are you questioning God? I wonder what God thinks about being the ultimate breakup trump card. Chris, can you hear? Chris, Cynthia is backsliding. You need to break up with her immediately, or else your spiritual life will suffer. That is an order. Ellen, you have 2 weeks with Connor, but after that, it is not my will anymore. Hello? Wait, Amanda, are you there? Okay, but I'm getting way ahead of myself because when you get to youth group, you're not thinking about how you're inevitably either going to play the God card or get the God card played on you. You're just looking for somebody to be totally crushing on. Maybe it was the quick but meaningful glance while everyone was at the theme park last weekend. Or maybe it was the late night chat on the last night of the Mexico missions trip. Something will eventually happen that will make you wonder, do they like me? Okay, so say you found your crush. Now what do? How do you light the flame of love in their heart? Because youth group sanctioned side hugs just aren't doing the trick. Youth group is all about creating opportunities for you to explore your crush. For example, you can make sure you're sitting next to her when it's prayer time.
Oh, please, guys. Please don't let my hands get sweaty. She's the only girl I've ever loved. Please, God. She's so pretty.
Here's what it comes down to. You spend your whole week gearing up for this little 2-hour block when you get to see this person. So you need to go into it with a game plan. Just follow these 3 rules. Rule number 1, never, ever be obvious. Maybe this person that you're crushing on just hasn't decided if they like you or not. The quickest way for that decision to be made for them is if they start hearing rumors that you like them. You've got to be sly. For example, a good idea would be to try to get on her lane when the youth group goes bowling. A bad idea would be for you to do this.
Hey, what lane are you going to be on?
I don't know yet. I just got my shoes.
Yeah, well, and just let me know as soon as possible, please! Oh, by the way, I got you a purity ring. Stay pure for me.
Rule number 2, look for excuses for physical contact. Youth group is chock full of physical contact. Youth group games are the most consistent form of physical contact, but there are others from time to time. And no matter how many people are on the couch, there's always room for one more. Am I right?
Is there room for me? What is that?
Yeah. Oh! Sorry. You guys are cute.
Hope you guys don't mind me sitting up here. Oh, don't mind scooting over, young ladies. I'll just sit here. Oh, is there room here? Yeah, okay.
Now, there's some physical contact that's actually pretty noble. I mean, when the youth group goes ice skating, somebody has to do something to ensure that your crush doesn't fall, right? So you can grab their hand or keep your hands around their waist to keep them on their feet, and nobody's the wiser. And don't you just love the weeks when the youth pastor says you're gonna do trust falls? Yeah, I'm thinking about trusting in God the whole time I'm doing that exercise. And rule number 3, try to make yourself sound spiritual. Yeah, I'm just really trying to focus on God and make him number 1 in my life. It's just really hard to be the man God wants me to be.
Wow, you sounded really spiritual when you just said that.
Yeah, you seem pretty spiritual too yourself. Do you want to go get coffee and pray together?
Yeah.
Once you've solidified the fact that your crush doesn't know that you're totally crushing, it's time to lay the spirituality on thick. So learn some popular Christian phrases and repeat them a lot. Then tell everyone that you're not currently dating because you're working on your relationship with God. And guess what? You'll have a girlfriend faster than you can say, God told us to date. Which, by the way, you will have to say a lot. But the inevitable downside is that you have to play the God card again once you want out of the relationship. Otherwise, it just sounds like you're not following God's will. Yeah, so I guess God just changed his mind about Karen and I.
Wow. Right around the same time that new girl shows up at youth group.
Hey, I got dibs. Look, youth group relationships are a messy business, so tread lightly. Because for every magic moment you might have with your potential BF or GF, there's gonna be about 100 other moments just like this. Oh yeah, no, I didn't actually think that she really liked me or anything.